seems so much like a satire, but it's actually what's happening. This latest collab between Don Julio and Popeyes, I find it eerie that it's happening at this time because it's going to be premiering on January the 31st. Okay, so a huge coincidence that it started on the day before. Yeah, you get the gist, okay? So, to me, this is a real life scene from a lot of these experiments that has been going on in the films and sci-fi films, and these things are actually coming up in life, okay? And especially now that they're trying to bring about this merge between Don Julio, which is a tequila brand, okay? Being that it is a tequila brand, all right, the integration of this with Popeye's meals, okay, to me, it is a direct hit, a form of experimentation that they're putting out in front of our faces. Because again, they realize that for years they've been able to introduce alcohol as a beverage of choice to kind of keep us in check, to keep us in a completely controlled state. And so let's get into this whole chicken scene when it comes to the film They Clone Tyrone. This is based on like this community, and everybody is happy. They're engaging in, you know, just having a good time eating this chicken. But when you look at the film, you actually see that this is like a form of what the introduction of the crack epidemic did, okay? But they're utilized it in a very covert way when it comes to chicken. Keep in mind that when they were premiering certain things in Popeyes a couple of years ago, people were getting in fights. There was a lot of just crashing out over this. And to me too, this is a reminder of the metaphor of the Tuskegee syphilis experience, okay, where men were exploited under the guise of medical care. And another thing too I find that was similar in this film is that the chicken becomes a symbol of like people being convinced to engage in something that is completely manipulating them and controlling them, but they weren't aware because catchy, because they had a good theme song, but all in all they were being systematically harmful, right? And also this collaboration merging Don Julio, which is something of the Hispanic community, and then Popeyes about the black community, like the parallels are obvious if you have eyes to see and ears to hear. Because another thing too is there is a biblical parallel when it comes to temptation and subjugation, okay? So this particular scene can also be analyzed in the light of particular things when it comes to manipulation, all right? Being, especially when it comes to Genesis 3, when it talks about the harmless fruit that was used to deceive and also entrap humanity. So just as the fruit in Eden was used to exploit the natural human desire and curiosity, this chicken with Don Julio infused in it is symbolizing a way in which the enemy is weaponizing us by embracing things that we may enjoy. And another aspect of this film, They Clone Tyrone, and the exploration of cloning, okay, that is heavily within this film. And again, when they're premiering certain things, it's not just for entertainment. Oftentimes they're showing us a little bit of what they're doing covertly. Alright, and let's also go to this other biblical reference, which is Proverbs 14 and 12, which states there is a way that seems right to man, but it ends in the way of unaliving. So this is underscoring that there is a very deceptive nature that's being utilized on the most of us, okay, for control. And this weapon of choice that they're using right now is chicken and alcohol. Go figure. Another thing too is this definitely seems like a COINTELPRO or MK Ultra theme that's going along with this, because again, whenever there is some type of discourse in regarding some injustice or something has happened to somebody that is just straight up wrong, they usher in a way to try to cull us back into being a clone, to be mind controlled. Okay, and so another thing too about the suggestion of this fried chicken scene is not just about food, but a broader commentary on the rampant systematic oppression, to the point where they will create a trendy song, a dance to go with it, and boom, you got a lot of people wrapped up in it. Alright, and so as the characters are showing us these things in mainstream media, okay, this is aligning with a biblical theme of spiritually awakening. There's a lot of people that are becoming awakened to the truth. And let's go to Ephesians 5:11, which says, take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. So once these characters in the film understood that they were being manipulated, they began to reclaim their agency over themselves. And this is also mirroring a biblical call to break free from oppression, from being deceived, from being played in your face. Okay, so the chicken scene in They Clone Tyrone is similar to what's happening with this collab that's going on with Popeyes and Don Julio. It is a microcosm of true systematic oppression that we're seeing played out. And there is a strong correlation with the historical parallels to the CIA's manipulation, and also the reinforcement that we should really stay vigilant to the things that they're utilizing to tempt us and exploit us. And right now we're seeing that a lot of things are coming to light. We have to trust and believe that these people are just as diabolical as they seem to be.